Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to yet another video. Today we're going to be testing out the electric bike company Model E. Now I'm really excited to show you guys this bike because this is the first bike that I have that has been actually built in the USA. Not many bike companies in the United States actually build the bikes. They import them in and then sell them. But this company gets parts globally, some local, builds the bikes in-house with their own mechanic, and we're gonna go over all the specs and features of that bike today, test it out on some hills, see what kind of power it has, see what kind of top speed it has, how the throttle works, how the PAS levels work. So let's get into it, guys. All right, guys, so I do wanna mention that Electric Bike Company did send me this bike for testing and review, but we are definitely going to be putting it through some really good tests today, especially on the hills, to see if this single speed bike can handle it and how fast this bike can go. So make sure you guys stick around. If you're interested in picking one of these bikes up, I will leave a link down below that you can check out all the information on all their bikes or this bike or whatever you guys want. Don't forget to subscribe and please like this if you guys find this helpful or interesting, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, so as you can see here, the display of the bike is really nice and colorful. It has your voltmeter up above, your pedal assist, miles per hour, time, trip, and also a odometer for your overall miles on the bike. So the first thing I want to mention is in PAS 0, the throttle does not work. There's a thumb throttle on the right-hand side of the handlebars. So your throttle does not work in pedal assist 0. That's just like pedaling a regular bicycle with no power, no assist, but you do still have your display with all your readings. So when you bump it up into pedal assist 1 and you start pedaling, the motor will kick in and you will get about 11 miles per hour in pedal assist 1 with just pedaling. Then if I hit the throttle, it does go faster than the 11 miles per hour than pedaling, and that will get you up to about 13 to 14 miles per hour in PAS 1 with throttle only. So it isn't quite fully limited to your PAS levels, but it is limited somewhat. But I got to show you guys this awesome feature that none of my other bikes have. On the electrics, you can go in and turn this feature off, but on this, it's really quick and easy. You don't have to dig through any menus to do it. If you hold down the down button on the up and down pedal assist, you can see here where it says throttle when you hit the throttle, but if you hold the down button down, it turns your pedal assist off. So I'm in pedal assist 1 now, turning the cranks. The motor's not engaging, which is awesome for pedaling like a regular bike, but the throttle still works. So this is basically like giving you a throttle in PAS 0. So that's really awesome that that is like that, and I'm really loving it because no matter what PAS level you're in, you can use that throttle and just hold the down button. It turns your pedal assist back on, and if you ever want to turn it off, just hold that down button. That turns your pedals off, and then you can still use the throttle. So you're going to get a lot of exercise if you want it like this, guys, because when you need it, you just hold that down. It turns your pedal assist on really quickly. Turn it off whenever you want. Super, super nice feature to have that makes it really, really quick and easy to access. So let's go out through the other PAS levels and see what kind of speed we can get out of those. Let's turn the pedal assist back on, and it's now on. So pedal assist 2 with just pedaling, we're gonna get to about 12 miles per hour. We're gonna hit throttle, see what kind of speed we can get out of just throttle. Going to be about 15 miles per hour. Let's bump it up into pedal assist 3. Now this is supposed to be a 25 miles per hour bike, so we will definitely see if we can get it up to that speed. Pedal assist 3 with just pedaling is going to be 18 miles per hour, 19 miles per hour. So about 19 with just pedaling. Let's try the throttle. And about the same with throttle and pedal assist 3. So once you get to pedal assist 3, your throttle is going to pretty much match your pedal assist level. So pedal assist 4, and it's starting to get a little bit windy here, guys, so that might play a little bit of a part in how fast these pedal assist speeds are, but it should still give you guys a pretty good example. So I'm in pedal assist 4 here. 17. So I'd say maybe around 16 to 17 miles per hour with just pedaling. Seems like I have less speed now than when I was in pedal assist 3. That's odd. No, definitely not more power with throttle. Huh, that's strange, guys. I could have swore it was just going faster on pedal assist 3. All right, guys, we're gonna do these speed tests again because for some reason it was giving me pretty fast speeds even at level 1 and 2, but for some reason once I got to 3 or 4, it seemed like the speed went down, and I don't know if it was faster because I had over 53 volts initially. Now I'm down to 52.7 volts, so the speed's going to be a little bit different maybe once you get down in voltage. I'm not quite sure, guys. I'm going to have to do further testing, but let's start over here and see what they are now, because now it actually seems a little bit more like it should be when you're in pedal assist 1 at slower speeds. So this is really weird, guys. I never had that happen before, but pedal assist 1, you can see it picks up really nice and gradual. Let's see what kind of speed we can get now. It's looking like 9 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour. So I'd say about 9 to 10 miles per hour. And then when I hit the throttle, it's gonna stay at that 9 to 10 miles per hour. So the throttle is limited to your PAS levels the same. So you can see when I first tried this, it was going faster with throttle. So that's really weird. So about 9 miles an hour, that's a nice cruising speed for PAS 1. Let's try PAS 2. I'm pedaling here, and it's gonna get you about 11, almost 12 miles per hour. With just throttle, it's gonna be the same, 11 to 12 miles per hour. Pedal assist 3. Looks like about 14 miles per hour now, 13 to 14. And with just throttle, it's gonna be the same. Now let's go up into 4. 4 is gonna be, see, now 4 is faster than 3. That was really strange, guys. So pedal assist 4 is looking like about 17 miles per hour, and just throttle is going to be the same. And now this is going to be a max speed run, and we're going to go on a longer ride, guys, like a real world ride down on some roads and see what we can actually reach. 22. Display shows 20, almost 24. So it's looking like I hit 23 there. So right around 23 miles per hour with pedaling, but I'm kind of limited here to going in this small circle. We'll try to hit a longer straight stretch maybe and see what we can do. This is just throttle only. I can feel it cutting out at around 20 miles per hour. So just throttle, you're only going to get about 20 miles per hour, which is the legal limit in the United States. All right, guys, so now let's go hit some hills and see what kind of power this single speed has and how it does on hills. No problem at all up this hill, really easy. But we are gonna go up this first hill over here, throttle only, and see how it does. So one thing I really like about this bike, guys, other than the look of it, is the basket on the front. I threw my camera gear up there, didn't have to put a bag on the back, and real easy to get out and get this test done without having to strap a bag or nothing on the back. Now you do have to pay extra for that front basket, but it is pretty sweet and really well built. So just like on my other videos, we are gonna start from here and gonna do just throttle and see how we can go up this hill. Now there is a watt meter on here at the bottom underneath the pedal assist level, so we're gonna see how many watts this bike puts out. It's supposed to do over 1,000 watts. So almost all my other 750 watt bikes will pull me up this no problem without pedaling, except for the Angway EP2 Pro. it was a little lacking, but let's see if this bike will handle it. Slowing down about 8 miles per hour, but it is pulling me up, no problem. All right, guys, I forgot to look at the watt meter to see how many watts it was outputting, but that's all right. We'll be going up a few more hills, so hopefully I don't forget and we will check it out. But I know for sure I've seen this thing hit at least 850 watts, so that's good. At least it's capable of at least that. So this bike, like I said in my unboxing video, if you guys haven't seen that, make sure you guys check that out after you're done watching this video. But it shows that it comes packaged pretty well. No assembly really, other than adjusting the handlebars, which is really nice. So very easy to assemble. And I was super impressed with all the components and just the build of this bike in general. This thing looks amazing. It feels amazing to sit on, and has a lot of really good quality parts like the Bangle hydraulic disc brakes, 180 millimeter rotors. I mean, you could just tell unboxing this thing and putting together what kind of quality this bike has. Brakes are really smooth and quiet, guys. I didn't even adjust them. I just left them how they were. I did check to make sure everything was tight, but I figured it was, being that it was built in the USA, that they probably had better quality control versus a bike built in China or somewhere and shipped here. Alright guys, so I'm just pedaling this like a regular bike right now. I have the pedal assist off, and like I said, at any time you could just use the throttle. So I think it's going to be a little slower than 25 from what I just felt there, but we will definitely test it out on a longer straight stretch. Right now it's outputting, it was just outputting around 750 watts. If you want your pedal assist to kick back in, you just hold this down button and it's back in. So I love that feature. 935 watts I just seen, guys, 942, 958. So maybe it is going to put out 1,000 watts, guys. They do say on their website that this has 1,000 watt peak output. So I'm assuming that it's a 750 watt nominal motor. I will have to definitely check on that. All right, guys, this is a pretty good stretch here, and I'm hitting 24. So it really going to depend on your weight and the incline. If you're completely level ground, right now this is slightly uphill. 22 miles an hour. I'm not putting really any effort into it. It almost feels like if you use the throttle while pedaling in PAS 5, it does give you a slight little boost. Very nice ride, guys. Very nice. All right, this is a pretty level stretch here. So I'm at 23 miles per hour and 387 watts. I'm gonna hit the throttle. Oh yeah, it does give you a boost. It does give you a boost, guys. So 24 miles an hour, you have to be pedaling with the throttle to get max speed. So 24, easily, no problems. If I just pedal, I can feel the power cut a little bit, and let's try just throttle. Yeah, it's bumping way down with just throttle. So if you're throttling and pedaling in Pedal Assist 5, you will get that top speed of about 24 miles per hour. So very close to their 25 that they advertise. That's definitely different than all my other bikes. Usually when you hit the throttle, it limits you. But hitting the throttle and pedaling, 24, I just hit 25 there. So yes, very close to what they advertise. Really nice. And you can see here, 700, 800 watts. I'm gonna let off the throttle. I'm still pedaling and it bumped me down to 400. So now top speed, this is the cadence at 22, 23, 22. So not too bad as far as the cadence goes. This does have a 56 tooth chain ring in the front and an 18 tooth cog in the back. So it doesn't have any gears. There is a trade-off on hills with not having gears for you to get more of a mechanical advantage going up those steep hills. But there is the benefit of it being really minimalistic, not having any derailleur to adjust or any problems in the future with that. Just really clean looking without it. So you will have a few trade-offs, a few benefits. Depends on what you're looking for in a bike. So for power, guys, this bike's using a 48 volt, 12 amp hour battery, and it's powering, I believe, what is a 750 watt nominal motor with a 1,000 watt peak. So far, pretty good on power, but we are definitely gonna hit some bigger hills. I got a really long one coming up. If you guys seen some of my other videos, you know which one I'm talking about. Now this bike does not have any front suspension. They do have a few other models that do. They have the Model R that has a front suspension. The warranty is a little better on it. On this bike, the motor and the battery both come with a 2-year warranty. And if you upgrade to the Model R, you will be paying a little bit more money, but you will get a 5-year warranty, I believe, on the battery, and I think it's a 10-year warranty on the motor if you get some of their more expensive bikes, and you can customize them all kinds of different colors. You can make the bike a rainbow color if you really wanted to. Just a lot of different options that them guys have and are able to do, because they do a lot of the work, like painting the bikes in-house and things like that. So very, very customizable on these bikes, guys, which is really nice. Nice that you can call and talk to somebody if you have warranty problems or issues. You know they're going to be stocking the parts on hand in the United States, so any replacement parts should be fairly quick and easy. So those are some really good benefits from buying from a company that actually builds their bikes in the United States. I feel like this will give you a little bit easier and quicker to get the parts, if that makes sense. So the motor on this bike, guys, seems pretty quiet. No issues at all with the noise of the motor. Fairly on the quiet side, I would say. There's full throttle. Now there is a little bit of vibration up front. I believe that's coming from the basket. That's definitely not because of the way it's mounted. It's mounted very, very secure. It might be from the stuff I have in the basket. Have my bag up there and a few things in there, so it could be that rattling around. Other than that, though, so far, very good quality, guys. All right, guys, here we go up one of the steepest hills in my town. So we are going to try this out, see if we can make it up at no problem, and then we're going to hit a longer one that's pretty long, so we'll see how it does. I really thought I was going to have an issue on these hills with not having the gears. Now you can upgrade for an extra $150 and get a 7-speed, where you have the option to downshift and upshift to give you more of a mechanical advantage, because I was really wondering how I was going to do on this hill. So it is pulling me up. I am putting some decent effort into the pedals though, and it was hitting over 900 watts of power, but it did pull me up it pretty good, guys, so no problem so far. That's the steepest hill pretty much in my town. Like I said, it's not very long, so we will definitely hit a longer one up here and see how it does. If it goes good up that, then there is no problems for me at all with this single speed bike in my area. All right, guys, so I've ridden it for a while now, about 9 miles, and I noticed that you can see I'm in pedal assist 1, 7 miles per hour. It's not giving me a whole lot of wattage. If I hit the throttle, now it's going to pick up speed and go faster. So it's back to having more power and speed when you're hitting the throttle and not as limited. So I don't know if this is something with the way they have it programmed or something, guys, but I just found it odd that it did that on my speed test initially, and now it's back to the first time I tested it where it had more speed when you hit the throttle in PAS1. So maybe this is normal. I actually like it like this better. That way you can give it more power if you need it. All right, guys, this is gonna be the deal breaker right here. If I can make it up this hill or not. I'm in pedal assist 5. Can't shift gears like I'm used to. But we're gonna see if we can get up this without any problems. 899 watts, 903 watts. Not putting a whole lot of effort in. You can see I'm not spinning the crank super fast because of that 56 tooth chain ring in the front and the 18 tooth cog in the back. Hi. So far, so good. Still giving me 876 watts, 882. So it's holding pretty steady at around 880 watts, guys. I'm not putting a lot of effort in right now. I can feel it a little bit in my legs, so I am putting some effort in. Yeah, no problem at all, guys. I'm actually really surprised that I made it up that hill that easily with just a single tooth cog, or a single cog in the back, and not being able to shift, giving it more mechanical advantage. And top speed is not too bad either for pedaling air. I mean, you kind of almost feel like you're running out of pedal, but it's not bad at all, guys. Very nice. So up here on Handlebars, guys, you do have a set of hard grips, but they lock on very good with double locking rings on each end of the grips, and they look really sweet looking, match the seat really well, which I love. I love the color scheme of this bike. Next to that, you have the control for turning the bike on and adjusting your pedal assist level up and down. If you hold the up button, it turns your headlight and tail light on and off, and if you hold the down button, it turns your pedal assist on and off. And that's what we talked about earlier. So over here in the center, you have a nice color LCD display, which shows you your voltage up top, your pedal assist level, whether your headlight's on and off, when your brakes are engaged, mile per hour. You have a time. You can scroll through your mile per hour, max speed, average speed, and then you also have your trip meter and total odometer. Over here on the left-hand side of the bike, you have a thumb throttle for your speed. There is no trigger shifter because it's a single speed bike, and you do have a really nice set of Bangle hydraulic disc brakes. These brakes are really smooth and really easy to stop the bike. So as I said, the front basket is an additional accessory, and when you do get that basket, it comes with this style light that mounts right on the front. If you do not get this basket, I believe the light is mounted directly to the bike on the front or onto the front fork. Not quite sure, but I believe it's a different style light if you do not get this basket. The seat on this bike is really nice and big, very cushiony. I just rode it for 11 miles, no problems at all, with comfort. Coming down the front of the bike, you do have a nice adjustable gooseneck, and the wires are integrated nicely into the frame here so they don't get in the way of the basket when you're turning the handlebars. They go down through the frame. There's no exposed wiring, so everything looks really nice and clean on this bike. All the wiring is wrapped really well, secured really well to the bike, and I can't say this enough, guys, just a really nice quality, good build. This bike is setting on a set of Schwalbe balloon Fat Frank tires, so it will give you a little bit more comfort if you keep the air pressure down just slightly. Not as much as a 4-inch fat tire will, but so far with my riding, it seemed pretty decent, guys. You do have your 12 amp hour battery integrated into the frame right here, which you can remove with the key from the other side and then unlock it here. Battery removes easily. You can recharge the battery in the bike from here, and you can also recharge the battery just by itself if it was removed from the bike. So up front, we have the chain ring in the front and an 18-tooth rear cog for that single speed. You do have a really nice set of aluminum pedals that seem really well built, really well made, nice and rubberized there to keep you from slipping off. Even the seat post is a good quality, guys. This thing is really nice, seems really heavy duty and thick. From the seat post clamp to, I mean, even the way the fenders are mounted on this bike, I don't know if you guys can see this from the glare, it's getting a little dark now, but even the spacers that space the fenders out, when you get these additional fenders, the spacers are what looks like aluminum. They don't skimp anywhere. There's no plastic spacers there. These are not plastic as I have on some of my other bikes. For the fenders, they're metal, so you don't have to worry about these breaking. This makes it really nice and easy to adjust your fenders. When you do purchase the additional rear rack, they do have some kind of mounting system that goes in here for a quick attach, quick unattach. I believe you can purchase that in addition to the rack, but this rack does have some nice hooks here to attach a bungee cord or a thing for your panniers or something like that. So that's nice to see that it's not just coming down to a point there. I like the little hooks on there. And here are the hydraulic calipers and the 180mm rotors on both the front and the rear of the bike. The front also has a quick detached tire, good for transport, easily able to remove the wheel if you had a flat tire. And the rims are really nice on this, guys. None of the spokes seem loose. They actually spoke all their own rims in-house. They put these wheels together from scratch, so that's really nice to get really good build quality. You don't have to worry about your spokes being loose or your wheels being untrued because they are done right there in-house in California. All right, guys, so I got to cut in here real quickly. When I first made the video on this bike, I thought that the anti-theft alarm came standard on the bike. However, it doesn't. It is a $129 upgrade, and that's what you will see in this next clip. However, if you mention my name down in the notes section when ordering the bike and mention the free alarm, they did agree to include that for you guys for free, and also gave me a coupon code for you guys to save a few bucks. I'll leave all the information down below in the description of this video, and if anything changes, I'll be sure to update that down below. Let's get back to the video. Another cool feature about this bike is it has a nice little alarm included that runs off the battery. The only downside to it running off the battery is if you remove your battery and were to lock the bike up somewhere and took the battery with you, the alarm will not work. So you may want to put an additional alarm like the one I've used that you guys seen in some of my other videos, and have a multiple, a double alarm, one that runs off the battery or one that just runs by itself off its own batteries. Now they do have the kickstand in the center here, which does interfere with your pedals. There is a spot on the rear of the frame to attach a kickstand in the back of the bike. This does give it a little bit more stability if you had something in the basket and on the rear rack being in the center like this, but if you guys didn't like the way the pedals hit there, it does include the mounts. You can buy an additional kickstand and have a rear mounting kickstand on there if you choose. The step through on this bike is really nice and low, very easy to get on and off the bike. In fact, step throughs have been what I have been preferring lately just because I love the ease of getting on and off them. It will make it a little harder to put on a bike rack because you don't have that top tube, but you can also always purchase an additional top tube bracket if you were to use this bike on a bike rack. So if you do purchase the additional fenders, they have a nice reflector on the back. Even the way they are mounted to the fender is just really excellent quality. There's no little cheap, just little ring there with 2 screws like most of my other bikes. Gives you a nice reflective little flap on the end, which is really nice there too. I mean, I gotta tell you guys, I can't stress it enough. I know I said it multiple times and you probably think I'm repeating myself, but this is a very nice quality bike. I mean, look up here, even the bolts that hold the front basket on, I mean, this bracket alone is massive. That's probably because this is a pretty beefy basket, able to hold a lot of weight, because they do sell batteries for their other models that you can get that's basket mounted. I think it goes in the bottom of the basket for extra range. So this is probably the same bracket they use on those bikes, and like I said, it is very beefy. The bolts are huge. Don't have to worry about them breaking, falling off, nothing like that. Did not skimp on any quality anywhere on this bike. Very nice wrapping on the wires coming from the brakes. This is very sleek looking. Now, this will make it a little harder to access these wires if you would have a problem with them in the future, but really glad that they're wrapped nicely and fit well with the bike. For safety, I love that it has the 2 solid lights here under the seat, and then it has a flashing light in the rear that makes it really easy for people to see you at night. Now, if you do not purchase this rack, I'm not sure if you get all this lighting. Maybe you still get this mounted up there between those two. Not 100% sure on that, guys. That might be something you might want to check on. And the basket up front, like I said, really good heavy duty quality. I love the mesh liner so nothing can fall out the side in these holes. It has a nice rubberized bottom liner in it, and just really sweet looking overall, fits the bike really well. I believe you can get this in black as well if you didn't like the silver look. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave comments. It really helps my channel out, and I will see you around either on the next live stream or on the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget about my Instagram to see previews.